thinking about music, when I kept blogging about it, I kept saying, well, why is it that I love music so much? Why is it that every time I hear a song, I want to almost cry, or I want to, it just gives me goosebumps? Why is it that it gives me, why am I so passionate about music? So part of our project was to do research on our topic, and so what I decided to do was research the neurology behind music. So that's why I picked Jan as a board member, because she has a lot to do with the neurology, and so she recommended some books for me to read, as well as Larry and Susan. They gave me this book called Musical Failure. Sorry, I don't remember the name. But I did more research, and strangely, I stumbled upon this idea called music therapy. I don't know why I had never heard of it before, but it's amazing. So, music therapy, of course you hear music therapy like, oh, if I need to relax, I listen to a song, relax. Or if I need to be pumped up, that can be music therapy. But music is used in many extraordinary ways. So, one way is patients with Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and diseases such as those. It helps them with their speech impairment and motion impairment. The thing with speech, they start off by showing them the song, and they might have lost their memory of how to speak or how to say certain words, so they start off by memorizing the song with the tone and everything. And once they memorize the song and can say the words fluidly, they eventually take away the music so that they can just sing the song by themselves with the tone and all. And then they finally take away the tone and make them say it just as a sentence. And eventually, after a while, they'll make that sentence and ask them to put their own words into it. And eventually, this takes a long process. Some people aren't totally cured with music, but there have been cases where people have learned to speak again by using music as a therapy. And I just found that extraordinary and crazy. Like, how is it that music can reteach you something that you had already known? And just music itself, something that I love so much, can help teach someone who is in an accident and can't speak anymore, can't move anymore, walk or talk again. The same with walking or moving. Some people have to listen to fast songs if they want to run or walk, or if they want to slow down, they have to listen to slow songs. Their mind connects to the song, and the muscles and the little receptors in your brain pick up the speed of the song, and their muscles and their legs and the movements, they move accordingly to the tempo and the beat of the song, and that's how they move. And it's by music. Music is doing this. Music, of course, as well, music is therapy, like I said. If you want to relax or if you want to get into a certain mood, music can do that for you. And I feel that a lot in church. I know music is not the reason that I feel so touched by God, but it's a certain way. It's also connected by, the Holy Spirit coming down to you, and music just connecting, and it's that moment. But music has a lot to do with it, especially if you're up there singing in front of people, seeing them cry. It just makes you feel good that God is using you to get to those people. So once I figured out that music therapy, the idea of music therapy, I realized I've been practicing this method my whole life well, not my whole life, but I had just recently practiced it with my grandfather. My grandfather had Alzheimer's, and he passed away in 2007, I believe. And he had Alzheimer's. He sometimes remembered my name, sometimes didn't remember me at all, but you have to deal with that. And I remember days, sometimes we'd be in his room, and my godmother would be there with him, and he loved the Mexican national anthem. And of course, I didn't know the song, so I just sing the first verse, Mexicanos al grito de guerra, and after that, he would take it off for 5 verses. And he knew the whole song, and he would just have a smile on his face, and he'd be a completely different person. He'd be like, oh, thank you, Mika, I love that song, and you have such a beautiful voice, even though I just sang 3 words out of that song. And I remember my godmother, she would always sing Mexico lindo y querido. Of course, these are all Spanish songs because he spoke Spanish, but he would turn into a completely different person. He would like if you were in a bad mood, all you have to do is sit down next to him and be like, all right, let's sing. And you'd sing, and he would be just the happiest person in the world. And my grandma from my dad's mom, my grandpa was my mom's dad, and she actually would come sometimes to give communion to those who are homebound, and he would go to my grandfather. And after she gave him communion and they, prayed a little bit and, prayed for his health, for him to feel better, he would always request the song La Guadalupana. And that's another song that's it's speaking about the Virgin Mary. And he would always say, oh, well, help me sing about it, help me sing the song. So she would start it, and she would be in such a good mood, you can't really get too emotional when you're with him, because then he'll be like, what's wrong, so you have to be in a good spirit when you're around him. And every time he would sing that song, it's like, every time he saw her, oh, sing it for me, help me sing it, I want to sing it. Like, he knew that's what made him feel better. And whatever I could, I would sing for him, and he would, I feel like he would be the way he was before, the way he was before he lost his memory, the witty, funny, grandpa that would always make jokes and, make fun of you for any little thing you do, and that's how his spirit was after you sang him a song, or you sang with him. And, I feel now that after experiencing that and after realizing what music therapy does, I feel like I want to really incorporate that into my life. I want to either, after I settle down with a career, maybe do that as a volunteer time, extra time, maybe volunteer my time and my skills, singing. I plan on minoring in music, so maybe I'll learn actually how to play an instrument or something. And maybe go to a music therapy clinic and actually work there part-time or for a few hours to help those who really need the uplifting for me with music, because that's totally my two passions together. And after I realized this, I went to Jeremy Coleman and told him I figured out how to combine science and music together, music therapy. That's it. I love it, I feel in love, and that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, whether it's a job, a career, or just something I do at home or wherever I can go. But I'm going to pursue that for the rest of my life.